Hi there, NamesCon. This is Alvin Brown, podcaster and publisher of KickStartCommerce.com. And who you see with me, this gentleman, is Jay Paudyal. And so, Jay, what are you responsible for? How are you involved in NamesCon this year?
This year, we are co-organizing South Asia track this year, and we are content partner for the same. So, in this South Asia track, we are doing a couple of sessions. You can expect, wide variety of sessions from South Asia track, where we would be showcasing 30 speakers and there would be 16 sessions. And then special thing to mention is, just to have a sneak peek, I would want to highlight a few sessions actually.
Yeah.
We are doing a special panel on young domainer. Name domaining in early 20s, where they will share their journey of domaining. And apart from that, we are also doing a panel on women into domaining, particularly from South Asia.
Okay.
Right? And besides this, we would be having technical workshop. When I say technical, I mean hardcore technical workshop on email outreach and LinkedIn advertising for outbound, right? And main thing of South Asia track is we'll be doing, webinars in local languages also, where our speakers, could take session on Hindi language, in Bangla language, right? So that we can cater to audience from tier 2 and tier 3 cities of India and other South Asian countries as well.
Nice. Now, how many people would you say, in terms of the South Asia track, how many folks would English not be their first language?
See, as far as language is concerned, if I refer the survey of KPMG and Google, it says in India, in rural areas, there is 70% consumption of Indic content. Indic content means the content in Indian languages, whether it is Hindi, Marathi, Telugu, and Kannada, etc. Right, and as far as urban area is concerned, they consume 50% content in their own language, and there's one wonderful a thing they observed was approx 77% believe in buying from Indic language e-commerce website.
Right. Wow.
That's why Amazon launched their website in Indic.
Huh. Wow, I didn't realize it was that high of a percentage.
Exactly, it is, and internet is penetrating to tier 2 and tier 3 cities. Internet is so cheap here. You can get 1 month data for $1 or $2 a month.
Oh wow.
So, and smartphones are cheaper here. You can buy a smartphone for $90 or $100 without contract.
Wow. Right. Now let me ask you this. So in terms of, because you speak of some of the tracks being offered in native language. Now, how does that native language, how does that impact one's domaining experience?
See, it's in this pandemic, we have launched couple of courses, okay? And if I talk particularly for domaining, right? In domaining, we have trained over 500 students actually via our course, which is a combination of 5 webinars,
right.
and which we provide for free for the community, right? And in that course, if I share some ratios, share some stats of that course. We have trained more than 80% students in their own language,
wow.
which was Hindi. Okay, and while doing a webinar, we have seen such messages like, why don't you guys do webinars in Hindi language?
Right.
Okay. Then we said, our last course was in Hindi language, and we'll be also doing more courses on more webinar on these local languages. So we ourselves have seen this impact.
Wow. And then so in terms of but participating, let's say in expired auctions, how does that, are auctions offered in Hindi, or are you finding that domain investors are having to learn English to be able to actually participate in auctions?
Right. See, in this case, see, what happens is, those audience who come in internet, okay, they know basic English. They know what login is. They know what logout is. They can't speak, and they might have knowledge of vocabulary words like store, cart, shoes. Everybody know here at least name of the product, name of the service, and words like cart, store, online, web. Okay, in domaining, sometimes you have to just combine these words, and that can make wonderful domains.
Awesome. Well, last question here, Jay. So what are you hoping to receive from NamesCon this year?
See, this year, we know that, there would be, awareness of what domaining is.
Right.
Because see, what happens if you do, offline meetups, large gathering in Vegas or Austin, right? What you get, different layer of audience, which you can say creamy layer. Guys who can, pay for $1,000 for the flight and land in the land of Vegas or Austin. Okay. And through these online meetups, our outreach is greater. You can outreach to tier 2, tier 3 cities who cannot pay, who cannot spend $1,000, but they can spend those $1,000 in investing into domain names.
Right.
To convert into great asset, right? So that way this gonna help. We have asked our students, our every attendee to join this beautiful event as a newcomer, so that they can learn, they can grow.
Perfect. Well, we're out of time, and so folks, hey, if you want to get in contact with Jay Paudyal, hey, here's one thing. If you don't do anything else outside this video, go and visit urbanskill.com. A little bit of what you'll see to come here in the South Asia track is what Jay actually offers on a full-time basis, and it's free. Again, that's urbanskill.com. So Jay, thank you so much for sharing your time, because I know you were on the welcome session this morning, and you probably have to get prepared to moderate and lead and facilitate the South Asia track. So thank you so much for being generous with your time.
Yeah, thank you, Alvin.
All right, certainly. And so for those of you, stay tuned. We'll have more interviews in terms of the My First NamesCon experience, as well as interviews with industry experts like Jay. So stay tuned. Thanks. That's all for now.